Hi, this is Jeremy Noble, and I'm interviewing Dr. Josie De Rossi from Drama Learning UK. Josie's been to a conference today at Goldsmiths College. And Josie, what was the conference about?
It was run by the Department of Educational Studies, and it looked at a project funded by Paul Hamlin Foundation on multilingual digital storytelling. And the project was organised by a staff member of Goldsmiths, Dr. Jim Anderson, who is a leader in language studies, and Vicky McElroy, and they brought together the schools and the ways in which digital storytelling had enabled learning about being multilingual was in fact a great resource and a great way to be in the world.
Multilingual digital storytelling. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? I mean, what's it all about? I suppose multilingual, most of us would know what that is, but what's the digital storytelling about? Does that mean you all kind of, sort of text each other with messages, or do you kind of take pictures of each other and share them, or what exactly is that?
Well, the technology was in actual fact quite simple. It looked at a very short 3 to 5 minute movie making exercise, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. The movie making part of it was actually the result of some very, very complex and very thoughtful ways in which teachers and students had attempted to talk about a multicultural identity, to talk about heritage languages, and or to talk about what it means to move between English and any number of languages that they...
So for a layman, they kind of, the digital bit doesn't sound as though it was very big.
Well...
It's actually storytelling.
It is, but the fact that it was created through the digital medium meant that the young people had to learn what it was to do a multimodal composition.
Okay.
And because it was a multimodal composition, those of us in the arts know that, it had text and linguistics, it had gestural stuff, it had to do with spatial learning, it had to do with, also to do with the way in which audio worked, as well as the visual.
So these that you say, really, that these are all very practical skills in the modern age? I mean, is this what people need to know, or is this a kind of an academic thing that is a bit of more of a research or a scholarly thing?
No. It was very, very practical. Yeah. It was basically saying, in a new digital age, this kind of learning was foundational. That to understand how to create a short video, a 3 to 5 minute video, was really, in fact, a hugely enabling way for the young people, and they came from any number of backgrounds. I went only to 2 of what was something like 10 presentations in the day, and the 2 that I went to, one was run by the Greek school in Potter's Bar.
Okay.
And
we're broadcasting from London, by the way, I should say. And this is the first time we've done this, so we're kind of learning the protocols of it. It's also Friday night, and so if you don't mind, we're going to have a glass of wine as well.
And
one of my favourite shows is Stocks and Scotch, but I think we're going to call this, what will we call it? Drama and Drambuie, perhaps?
Oh, no, at least drama and, well, a good drop.
A good drop of digital.
Yeah, a good drop of digital. The Greek school presentation that I saw was run by a drama specialist with a musician. These two young Greek girls from the Cyprus Education Commission.
Yeah.
They were teaching Saturday school in Greek, and they showed the process by which they incorporated their heritage language within the story of the Three Wolves and the Big Bad Pig,
right,
which I believe is a very well-known fairy story written in Greece.
If you agree, it's like sort of...
yeah, it's all Greek.
Okay, no.
And
but are we allowed to say that? I'm not sure we are. But I think that it's kind of it's equivalent to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in Greece.
Yes, and the kids got the sense of the joke, but the most important thing was that they had a meaningful, the young people I mean, had a meaningful context in which they were learning to speak Greek and showing their Greek-British identities and negotiating them in really sophisticated ways, and all at the age of 7 or 8.
Right.
The other workshop that I went to was run by the Gladsmore School in Tottenham. And one of the most inspiring things, to begin from the very beginning, is that the teachers were just so proud of their school and so proud of their kids. And they said that the best, everybody has this idea that Tottenham, is a bit rough around the edges, and they're glad that everybody has that opinion, because it means that they can just get on and do the amazing work that they do, because they love their kids and their kids have a great time. But that whole project was really about autonomy and gaining an ambitious outlook for the kids so that they would raise their attainment. So rather than doing the same old thing and drilling and everything, they used their language program to give the kids all kinds of ways in being themselves and learning whatever languages that they wanted to and more. And likewise, one of the other, that workshop was also shared by a second paper by Anna Carlisle, who is pretty instrumental at Goldsmiths in running English in running English language programs. And she spoke about how she has developed a program on teaching students to be exemplary researchers. So to say that this work was really quite inspirational is in many ways a kind of understatement, because the results were there, quite evident from the recordings that they had made, not only of the end product, but of using various ways of collecting the process in which the young people work. Okay,
so it sounds like it was a successful conference, and the takeaway is that digital is a helpful tool in creating stories and building skills for young people in the modern education environment.
Absolutely.
Okay,
particularly if you've got if you've got thoughtful teachers that surround them and assist them. No, that's not quite. Facilitate them. Facilitate really great learning.
That's great. Okay, Dr. Josie de Rossi from Drama Learning UK. Thank you for your comments.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Good night to all of you.